What if I told you that there exists a place beyond time and space, a point of pure potential where the very fabric of reality collapses and reconfigures itself? Imagine a place where all the chaos of the universe, all the contradictions and paradoxes suddenly make sense. A place where everything you've ever known can be unlocked and manipulated at will. This is the zero-point field, a concept so profound, so powerful, that it has captivated ancient mystics, modern scientists, and spiritual seekers alike. But what really happens when you tap into this enigmatic field? How can it transform your reality, your consciousness, and your very being? In this video, we will embark on a journey into the unknown, exploring the depths of the zero-point field, an invisible energy source that holds the keys to limitless potential. We'll unravel its esoteric roots, uncover its scientific significance, and most importantly, reveal how you can harness its power to shape your life in unimaginable ways. Are you ready to step beyond the known, to unlock the deepest mysteries of existence? Let's dive into the zero-point field, where all possibilities converge and reality is yours to command. The zero-point field may sound like a modern scientific discovery, but its roots stretch far back in history, interwoven with the wisdom of ancient civilizations and spiritual traditions. The concept of an invisible, all-encompassing energy field was first described in the mysterious teachings of the Vedic texts of ancient India, where the field of prana was understood as the life force that permeates all living things. Similarly, the ancient Egyptians spoke of the Ka, the spirit or energy body that connects all beings to a cosmic source, a force of infinite potential that governed the universe. These ancient civilizations intuitively understood the existence of an invisible energy, though they had no language for quantum mechanics. In Western esoteric traditions, Hermeticism, the philosophy of alchemy, and even the Kabbalah speak of a divine essence or spirit that permeates all of creation. The all, as described in the Hermetic texts, is the source from which everything emanates and into which everything eventually returns. This idea mirrors the notion of the zero-point field, the idea that beneath the physical world lies an infinite formless energy field, a state of pure potential where all things are created and annihilated. Fast forward to the 20th century, where quantum physics brought this ancient wisdom into the realm of modern science. The physicist Albert Einstein and his contemporaries were searching for the unified field theory, the theory that would explain all forces of nature in one coherent framework. Though Einstein's unified theory was never fully realized, his work opened the doors to what would later become the study of the zero-point field. In the mid-20th century, physicists like Nikola Tesla and Erwin Schrödinger began postulating the existence of a vast field of energy that underlies the fabric of space-time itself. The zero-point field became an area of focus, particularly after the work of physicist Hermann Weyl, who described a quantum field with zero-point energy. According to quantum theory, even in a vacuum, where it appears that nothing exists, this field of energy still vibrates and exists as a sea of fluctuating energy that holds infinite potential. However, the knowledge of this profound field was often overlooked or misunderstood in the mainstream scientific world, much like the mystical traditions that pointed to it. The field existed not only as a scientific curiosity, but as a spiritual truth, the very fabric that connects all things and allows the universe to be born, sustain itself, and evolve. For centuries, this knowledge was either hidden or dismissed. The zero-point field was locked away in the cryptic symbols of ancient texts, buried in the esoteric philosophies, and dismissed as an abstract concept by conventional science. But as we begin to understand the science behind the field, and reconnect with the ancient teachings, we realize that the zero-point field is not just a place of observation, but a tool for transformation. Now that we've touched on the ancient wisdom and scientific discoveries that point toward the existence of the zero-point field, let's begin to unravel what this field truly is and how it influences our lives. Imagine a vast ocean, its waters stretching out infinitely with no beginning or end. This ocean represents the zero-point field, a boundless, formless sea of energy that exists everywhere, beneath the physical world we know. But unlike a simple ocean, this field is alive. It's the very foundation of existence itself. At its core, the zero-point field is a quantum energy field that exists at the most fundamental level of reality. It's often described as a vacuum, but this vacuum is not empty. It is a highly active sea of energy, vibrating at frequencies that shape the material world around us. It's the quantum foam, a chaotic yet perfectly balanced realm where particles spontaneously emerge and vanish, where the laws of space and time break down, and where the hidden forces of the universe are in constant motion. The ancient idea of an all-pervading life force is remarkably similar to the modern concept of the zero-point field. Just as ancient mystics described the world as imbued with an invisible energy that sustains all life, modern physics tells us that the universe is filled with this invisible energy field. The only difference is that science has provided a language, quantum mechanics, to describe the interactions that occur within it. To understand how this field works, let's use an analogy. Picture the zero-point field as a vast cosmic web, its threads connecting all things in the universe. Every thought, every emotion, and every physical object is linked to this web. When you think, you emit energy into the field. When you feel, you vibrate at a specific frequency that resonates with the zero-point field. Your actions and intentions are like signals sent out into this cosmic web, and they return to you, shaping your reality. But here's the twist. The zero-point field isn't just a passive medium. It's alive with potential. Every possibility that could ever occur exists in this field as a potential outcome. The field itself doesn't dictate your reality, but instead, it responds to your energy, your thoughts, and your intentions. The very act of observing or interacting with the field collapses the potential states into a tangible reality. This idea aligns with the observer effect in quantum physics, where the act of observation causes the collapse of quantum possibilities into the material world we experience. But what happens when you truly tap into this field? What occurs when you step beyond merely observing and instead begin to consciously influence the zero-point field, shaping the very fabric of your reality? That's where the true power of the zero-point field lies, and it's where the real journey begins. But before we go deeper into how this field can transform your life, it's important to explore a few more critical aspects. Now that we've established the basic nature of the zero-point field, let's explore some of its deeper, more mysterious aspects. To truly unlock its potential, we must understand the paradoxes that lie at the heart of this field, and how these paradoxes can be harnessed for profound transformation. The paradox of the zero-point field. One of the most intriguing paradoxes of the zero-point field is that it is both empty and full at the same time. On one hand, it is often described as a vacuum in quantum mechanics, a place where nothing appears to exist. Yet this nothingness is teeming with energy, with particles that pop in and out of existence, constantly fluctuating. In this vacuum, there is an infinite sea of energy, vibrating at frequencies beyond our perception, creating and destroying particles and waves in an ongoing cosmic dance. This paradox of emptiness and fullness is the key to understanding the immense power that lies within the zero-point field. It shows us that apparent nothingness is, in fact, brimming with potential. It is from this nothing that everything arises. Every object, every idea, every possibility. This concept mirrors the ancient teachings of the Tao, the belief that the void is the source of all creation. The Taoists spoke of the Wu Wei, the action of non-action, where one aligns themselves with the natural flow of the universe. The zero-point field embodies this principle, where in the state of non-action, all things emerge from the formless, undifferentiated energy of the field. The observer effect and your influence on reality. Another paradoxical aspect of the zero-point field lies in the observer effect, which suggests that reality does not fully exist until it is observed. This concept is deeply connected to the zero-point field, for it is through our interaction with the field that we collapse the infinite possibilities of quantum potential into the reality we experience. In quantum mechanics, this effect has been proven in numerous experiments. For example, when scientists observe subatomic particles, they behave in a specific, predictable way. However, when they are not observed, they exist in a superposition, simultaneously occupying multiple states at once. It is the act of observation that forces them into a single state, creating the reality we perceive. Similarly, when you tap into the zero-point field, your consciousness becomes the observer. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions act as the force that collapses the infinite possibilities into a specific reality. This suggests that the field itself is malleable, and it is your consciousness that guides and shapes its form. You are not merely a passive participant in this universe. You are an active creator, molding the very fabric of reality through your awareness and energy. This is where the power of the zero-point field truly becomes apparent. When you learn to consciously observe, influence, and direct the field, you gain access to limitless potential. It is as though the universe itself is waiting for you to wake up and claim your power. Myths and misconceptions. As we explore the deeper layers of the zero-point field, it's important to address some common misconceptions about this phenomenon. One of the most pervasive myths is that accessing the zero-point field requires advanced scientific knowledge or mystical rituals. While it is true that quantum mechanics provides a scientific framework for understanding the field, accessing its power doesn't require you to be a physicist or spiritual master. In fact, anyone can tap into the zero-point field through focused intention, awareness, and alignment with the universal energy. The key lies in awareness and presence, being fully attuned to the vibrations of the field and your connection to it. By cultivating inner stillness, aligning your thoughts and emotions, and focusing your intent, you can begin to shift your reality in subtle but powerful ways. Another misconception is that the zero-point field is some distant, unreachable state. In truth, it is always present, always accessible, waiting for you to consciously engage with it. It is not a far-off realm, but the very fabric of existence that surrounds and permeates us at all times. The question is not whether the zero-point field exists, but how you can attune yourself to its frequency and begin to use its power to manifest your desires. Little-known insights. Here's something few people know. The zero-point field is not just a tool for personal transformation, it's also a gateway to universal understanding. When you begin to align with the field, you not only gain access to your own inner potential, but you also tap into a universal intelligence that transcends the individual self. Many mystics and sages throughout history have spoken of a universal mind or a cosmic consciousness that exists beyond the confines of individual thought. The zero-point field is the gateway to this expansive consciousness. By learning to navigate the zero-point field, you begin to tap into this universal intelligence, opening yourself up to a deeper understanding of the nature of existence itself. The more you attune yourself to the field, the more you begin to experience a sense of oneness with the universe, as though you are no longer separate from the cosmos, but an integral part of its unfolding. Now that we've explored the profound nature of the zero-point field and the mysteries it holds, it's time to discuss how you can practically access and utilize this field to transform your life. The zero-point field is not just an abstract concept. It is a living, breathing energy that you can engage with directly, with transformative results. Let's break down some real-world techniques that will help you tap into this field and begin reshaping your reality. The first key to accessing the zero-point field is creating an inner state of stillness. The field is an infinite reservoir of energy, but in order to tap into it, you must first quiet the noise of your mind and become fully present. This is where meditation plays a crucial role. Start with a simple practice. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Focus on your breath, inhaling and exhaling slowly and deeply. As you do, allow any thoughts, worries, or distractions to dissolve into the background. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more grounded, more centered. When you reach a state of deep relaxation, imagine yourself becoming one with the energy of the universe. Visualize your body vibrating with light, connected to the zero-point field that surrounds you. This stillness is your entry point, the threshold that allows you to access the field. This practice might take time to master, but with persistence, you will find yourself entering a state where you can feel the energy of the zero-point field pulsing around you. In this stillness, you can begin to influence the field and direct its energy toward your desires. Once you have cultivated a state of stillness, the next step is to focus your intention. The zero-point field is responsive to the energy you send into it. Just like the observer effect in quantum mechanics, your focused thoughts and intentions collapse infinite possibilities into a concrete reality. Begin by setting a clear, specific intention for what you want to manifest. It could be anything: an improvement in your health, a financial breakthrough, or even a shift in your emotional state. The more specific you are, the more powerful your focus will be. Once your intention is clear, use visualization to bring it to life. Imagine the desired outcome in vivid detail, as though it is already unfolding in front of you. Feel the emotions associated with achieving your goal: exhilaration, joy, peace. The stronger your emotional connection to the vision, the more it will resonate with the zero-point field. As you focus on this intention, imagine the energy from the field flowing toward you, aligning with your desire. Picture it vibrating with the same frequency as your intention, drawing it into your reality. You are not simply hoping for change. You are actively aligning with the forces of the universe to create it. One of the most important aspects of accessing the zero-point field is the art of surrender. While intention and visualization are powerful tools, it is equally important to let go of the need to control the outcome. This is where many people struggle. They want to force their desires into reality, rather than allowing the universe, or the zero-point field, to work in its own mysterious ways. Surrendering does not mean giving up on your desires, but rather trusting the process and allowing the field to manifest them in ways you may not yet understand. Let go of the need for immediate results or specific expectations. The more you resist, the more you block the flow of energy from the zero-point field. As you surrender, you align yourself with the natural flow of the field. In this state of surrender, you become a vessel through which the universe can work. Trust that the field will deliver what is most aligned with your highest good. even if it appears in unexpected forms. Once you have focused your intention and surrendered to the flow of the 0-point field, it's time to practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to signal the field that you are in alignment with abundance and positivity. When you express gratitude, you increase the vibrational frequency of your energy, sending out a message to the field that you are ready to receive. Every morning, take a few moments to reflect on the things you are grateful for, no matter how small. This practice shifts your energy from a state of lack to a state of abundance, aligning you with the infinite possibilities of the 0-point field. You can also incorporate gratitude into your visualization practice. As you see your desires unfolding, express thanks to the field for bringing them into your reality. The act of gratitude deepens your connection to the field and opens the floodgates for greater manifestations. Even as you practice these techniques, you may encounter resistance, emotional or mental blocks that prevent you from fully accessing the 0-point field. This is natural, as the field is deeply connected to your subconscious mind, and old patterns of fear or doubt may rise to the surface. When resistance arises, acknowledge it without judgment. Do not try to suppress it. Instead, allow the emotion or thought to pass through you. Practice mindfulness and return to your breath. You may also use affirmations to reprogram your subconscious beliefs, replacing doubt with trust and fear with confidence. Remember, the 0-point field is always available to you. It is you who must learn to align with it. As you continue to practice and refine these techniques, you will become more attuned to the field's energy and your ability to shape your reality. As we come to the close of this exploration, it's clear that the 0-point field is not just a mystical concept or a scientific curiosity. It's the very foundation of existence itself. It is the realm of infinite potential, where every possibility is born and transformed into reality by the power of consciousness. When you learn to engage with this field, you step into a world where your thoughts, emotions, and intentions hold the power to shape your experience in profound and extraordinary ways. By cultivating stillness, focusing your intention, surrendering to the flow, and practicing gratitude, you unlock the infinite energy that lies within the 0-point field. As you attune yourself to this field, you begin to realize that you are not a passive observer of life, but an active creator, capable of influencing the very fabric of reality itself. But this is just the beginning. The more you practice and align yourself with the 0-point field, the more you will experience a life that is fluid, dynamic, and full of limitless potential. As you step beyond the known, you realize that the universe is not something separate from you, but an interconnected web of energy that you are intrinsically a part of. So I leave you with this question: what reality will you create when you learn to tap into the 0-point field? The field is waiting for you, ready to respond to your energy, your intentions, and your desires. Embrace it, step into it, and become the master of your own reality. If you found this journey into the 0-point field enlightening, don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the mysteries of the universe. And remember, you are not just a witness to the universe's unfolding. You are the creator.